Hi friends, it's Linda, and I am here with another journal flip through. I made a couple of gratitude journals, one for a friend and one to put in my Etsy shop. And my Etsy shop is VintageJoysAndJewels on Etsy, and I also have JellyJarButtons on Etsy, so visit me there. I'm going to show you my journal that I made here. Used some of my favorite fabrics, gave it a little bit of a fall theme, but not overwhelmingly fall. I just got this in the mail yesterday. I had the journal, this ribbon in the mail yesterday. I had the journals almost completed, wasn't sure what I was going to use for a tie, and this came, and it was very serendipitous because it's really a perfect match. And there's a little dangle on here that is very removable. So this is a dyed seam binding, and this is a Liberty of London fabric. It's one of my favorites, and another favorite fabric that a friend gave me just a piece of, and a little birdie gratitude on a little just tattered bit of old lace and muslin. This cover is an old file folder that I reinforced with several layers of fabric as well as some padded mailer. And here's the inside. This is a very, what I would say, plain handmade journal because it's made for someone to use for a lot of writing for daily gratitude journaling. So I tried to just not do too much decoration, to keep it simple, to just provide a few inspirational quotes and lots of areas for journaling. I have just a little note that explains about gratitude journaling, and it just says to encourage yourself each day to write 3 things for which you are grateful, big things, small things. Write on every and any page. You can tuck, glue, or tape notes, prayers, photos, or whatever into the pockets or pages. And there's no rules, just have fun with it. And watch for miracles. They say that really making this a daily practice can change your life. And this is some coffee dyed paper I serendipitously placed on my cookie sheet that has holes in it, and this is how it turned out, and I was so thrilled. And you can kind of see the rungs of the sheet on the back, but I just love the pattern. And as I said, lots of space for journaling. This is an Edith Holden reproduction book page that I thought was just very inspiring and just really pretty. I love her images and her little poems and seasonal quotes. More coffee dyed paper, a paper bag with some more journaling space for your daily gratitude entries. I have several old yearbooks from the 1940s, and I love to use them, and there's a page in really just about every journal that I make. So I try to cover up a lot of the areas where their names are listed just for privacy, but that also adds some journaling space. I love this quote: "Gratitude is riches, complaint is poverty." Doris Day. And she was one of my absolute favorite actresses and singers. I loved her since I was a little girl. Some primary ledger paper, manuscript paper, a tag. There's some tags throughout the book that have inspirational quotes about gratefulness or gratitude, and then on the back I left them lined for some journaling. It can be your daily journal, or it can be a whole week's worth. You can write absolutely on any page, put sticky notes, just fill it with things that you're grateful for. What a great thought that is. This is some very old music paper, another feature I like to add in my journals, as well as a piece of, a page from a gardening book. Here's a pocket with another one of the journaling tags that has a quote. It says, "A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles." This is the center, and it is a piece of stationery from, it's vintage, it's quite old, I don't even know, maybe the 60s or 70s. This is the center. Whoops, that's not supposed to be there. This is going to have a surprise in it, and it's going to be tucked into the bag, paper bag later in the journal. I've started taking a liking to putting beads on the center strings for the signature, because I used to do a lot of beading, and I don't anymore because of arthritis in my thumbs, but I have lots of beads and I still love beads, so I've been enjoying incorporating just little bits of them into my journals. I also love Winnie the Pooh, so when I found this quote, I couldn't help but add it to the journal. Piglet noticed that even though he had a very small heart, it could hold a rather large amount of gratitude. Just love the wisdom of Winnie the Pooh and his friends. Okay, here's another tag with an Eckhart Tolle quote, and he is someone that I just absolutely dearly love and have learned so much from. I've watched a lot of his YouTube short and long presentations through the years just during this pandemic, and I can't tell you how much it really has helped me to put it all into perspective and to look at things differently. And he's just a dear soul. Okay, here's a actual little booklet, so lots of room to write. You could do a whole month's worth of gratitude journaling on that alone, or stick it in your purse to take on the go, or on a weekend away or something like that. Coffee dyed doily. I've told you I like to dye things in coffee. Just about anything that'll hold still, I'll dunk in the coffee. Okay, another Eckhart Tolle quote, "Acknowledging the good that you already have in your life is the foundation for all abundance." So wise. There's a little tab of that just adorable fabric, and how irresistible are these people from the 40s with their lives ahead of them. Okay, again, the back side of that yearbook page, and some little bit of decor to cover up some of the names and add some inspiration. This is the other side of that paper bag, into which a little something's going to be tucked in for you. I just forgot to get that in there. This is the other side of that Edith Holden book page. It's not an authentic book page, it's a reproduction. And so that is it. It has, I believe, 32 pages, so that would be 64 pages front and back, with tags and lots of journaling space and a few surprises. Also tucked into this last page, I'm going to have this little printout that I made called 30 Days of Gratitude Journal Prompts. And they're really nice. Things like an artist, author, or musician for whom you're grateful, small things that you're grateful for today, something or someone who makes you feel safe, the best thing about your job or school, people who have a positive effect on your life, an accomplishment of which you're proud. So, you know, on maybe a day that is just rough and you're having trouble thinking, of something you're grateful for, or if you just want to take a month and go through these prompts, or just randomly, just a few ideas to get you thinking. So anyway, that'll be tucked in here also. So this is the very last page and the back of the journal. And again, it'll tie with this pretty little dangle on the front. And that is it. I'll show you the other one here. This is the one I made for a friend. As you can see, it's very similar, just a little bit of a different pattern, bird and such, but otherwise pretty much similar. This one has a tie this way because I had a little more space. So what I think I'm gonna do, if I can get my lighting and my filming kind of settled so that they're not quite so painful to watch, I'm gonna film flip-throughs of more of the journals that I have listed in my store, so you can get a really good look at them. There are flip-throughs of all of my journals on Instagram, at Linda Perry Smith on Instagram, and again on Etsy. I am VintageJoysAndJewels, and I'm also JellyJarButtons. So thank you for watching, and if you are interested in my gratitude journal or any of my other journals, just visit my Etsy store. I'm also working on a series of smaller and more simplified gratitude journals that I want to list within the next week or so, because I think they'll make perfect gifts for fall and to give to family members for Thanksgiving and such. So look for those to hit my store as well, and hopefully I'll be able to do a flip through. So anyway, thanks a lot. Bye-bye now. Have a great day.